Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth!
Phase 2.
How's it going, everyone? Before we start today's show, I would just like to ask us all to please go to www.phase2.co.uk and follow us on all our social media platforms. The same with our dice stuff, which is www.d1ce.co.uk, and follow us over all our platforms. We've got a lot of content, a lot of new music, and we really love to have you involved and interacting with us throughout social media. I'd like to ask us all to please like, comment, and share. It really helps with the algorithm, and let's push this show up to a wider audience. Let's get into this week's show. Well, what is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Not Fazed Talk Show. And we've had a fucking fun week.
Have we?
Well, I have, making music.
We have had a very fun week, very productive week.
It just shows you it's like fucking lightning if you could catch that in the bottle.
It is. It was you slabbering at me saying, "No, you never fucking make tunes at this time of the year." I was like, "I'll fucking show you."
And you did, all right.
What,
You
two in a day?
two in a day, but then the hardstyle one last week as well.
Yeah.
So we're getting 3 in a week, really. Well, when I say a week, it was over that amount of time, but it was probably 3 days work, like.
Yeah. And then a few gigs and stuff coming through as well for the end of the year,
again,
the new year. So yeah, it's nice.
I know, it's the swings and roundabouts, doesn't it? Like, it really does.
But it's good.
And it's gigs, some places we haven't played.
Yeah.
And
all places we haven't played.
That's the fun thing about it.
You're looking forward to Wales at the end of the month?
Yeah, man, that's right. Us Shugs and
Tyler Jack, Paul Clark,
Clark,
Chaos Brothers,
a
few more.
Good to see Jason and Rob smashing it. They've done some good shows.
Like. Once they've changed from Jason P and Rob Rees, the Chaos Brothers.
It has sort of took off for them.
Yeah,
but it's good to see, mate. Like, Jason's a fucking legend. Like,
yeah,
so it is.
But it'll be good to get
interesting though, because they're all trance acts, bar us.
Yeah, so you know we're going to be later.
I know we'll be closing probably, like graveyard shift, but you know what I mean. It's going to be the crowd that's going to be going there, not a hard crowd.
But it doesn't matter.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It'll be interesting to see if we can.
But again, you say that, but we are fucking quite well loved in Wales.
We have our own crowd,
you would have. I would like to think that we would have quite a good following there.
Do you know we haven't played in the club in 18 months?
Is that how long it's been?
It's been ages. Like, for somewhere we work a couple of times a year.
Are you sure? But
it
the
was
club
July.
closed down.
Well, we haven't played. It was June last year. So just about 18 months.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's crazy, isn't it?
That is mad.
I know.
But it'll be good to get back over to the club and rattle it out there.
Because they've done it all up more since the last time.
It's always done up. It's never once been the same.
See, the first time we went, I think we've talked about this on the show before, but the first time we ever went to this club in Wales, it was, no disrespect, a shithole. It was a shithole.
No, I wouldn't say.
No, the actual club
that.
bit was all right, but upstairs and all, and everywhere else
the back of it was just under construction.
Under construction, and there wasn't even the place to sit was just like breeze block walls.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's a full recording studio. We've talked about this a couple of times. I'm positive we have, but it is, and then they've done even more to it. Now it's a super club. Like,
it definitely is,
like,
and
it would be classed as a super club.
All the bells and whistles with the studio and the DJ recording section and the vinyl room,
set up for the artists.
It is. I think we've talked about it in the show, but I love the fact that whenever you're upstairs, to have a security camera footage almost, so that you can watch what's going on in the crowd and the stage. So it's like you can get a feel for what you're going down to for your set. You can see what tunes are going off, what tunes aren't going off. Yeah. Instead of sitting backstage, you're like, right, I'm going to go out and just test the water as we go. You can really get a feel for what's happening, and if there's anything that's particularly picking them up, be like, right, okay, focus more towards that than other things.
But it's good to be back. I'm looking forward to going to travel on Shugs and all too. Like,
well, again, it's new, not new faces, but we don't travel with them as much because
in passing we've only we don't really know them at all. Like, not friends. Like, you know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see what their deal is.
Yeah,
and if he's as mad as people say.
I seen something that we need to add to our repertoire, and we did see this little video. I seen this the other night, and it had me in absolute hysterics.
I better pull that closer.
What?
Pull it closer to you.
I know, but I know you like to look at yourself, mate. Do you know what I mean? All that vainness in you.
You need to hit the...
So this is some guy's DJ skills.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You thought Matt was bad with the dolls?
Oh, the dolls and the bananas and...
For any audio listeners, some guy's DJing and he's lifted the deck off and he's using a child's head to scratch, and then he uses his own head and now he has the deck over the back of his head. Like,
well, when we say scratch, he's not scratching.
he's
got
just
it on
spinning the
vinyl,
vinyl.
spinning it. What a hitter. I wonder how much it charges him. I wonder what his fee is.
The fact people are like just standing there watching him, there's no one really dancing.
That's madness. That's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. Fuck's sake.
But that's okay, that's all fun and games, mate.
That is daft as a brush.
It's daft as a brush. I was fucking, speaking of daft, I was listening to Jimmy Carr on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
There, I was very surprised at because anytime you've obviously seen Jimmy Carr, it's just on the TV being funny, or if he's being interviewed, he's being funny, or he's always poking fun at people and all that there. He's very, very well spoken. And he's a very intelligent guy, and he's a very good outlook on life, and the way he sort of talks about things and the way that he sort of holds himself about a lot of things. Right?
I see long form works. Like, I've watched him on Rogan a couple of times, like, and I haven't seen this one, but I listened to him on Modern Wisdom, which is a Texas podcast, so obviously he must be doing the rounds. But no, he is. He's like, that's the difference between watching Channel 4, like 8 out of 10 cats, where they're working, or a stand-up special, where they're working, where like he's genuinely, he's very articulate and smart.
He is.
He really is.
It was very weird listening to it almost, because you're like, you're talking a lot of sense. You're a very clever guy. I'm enjoying this, but it's weird hearing your voice not being funny, like just
jokes.
Constantly being funny. Do you know what I mean? But it's I'm only halfway through it, but it's been an enjoyable listen. I was definitely surprised by that.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr's a man, and he's one of them ones. Like, he's like, see, he got shit for a Holocaust joke, and and he just didn't give no quarter, mate. He was like, not saying sorry.
That's your problem, not mine. But that's me and Nicole were actually speaking about this today. Have you seen the new Big Brother?
No.
Right. So we watched it the other night to see what the crack was with it, because we would have always watched it back in the day.
Yeah.
But there's all these reports it was going to be super fucking woke and all this here.
It's a different channel, isn't it?
It's an ITV now.
So it went from Channel 4 to Channel 5, back to Channel 4, and now the ITV.
Yeah. So, I know it never went back to Channel 4.
Did it not?
No.
Where did it go after?
It went from Channel 5 and then it just didn't do anything, and then ITV have brought it back now. But they
madness.
We sat and watched it, and every contestant was a tick box. Like, it was this type of person, that type of person, one person of this ethnicity, one person of that ethnicity. There's not one person that you looked at.
Someone right on Facebook about that, actually. Or Snatch. He applied for it.
Did he?
And he's like, I thought I would have got in, and then he was watching, or he said he was watching or something, and he's like, fuck's sake, I'd have been brilliant.
But there's not one person you would look at it and go, you're just a normal punter. Everyone seems to be there because this is my faith or my belief or my cause. Or there's some girl who's Miss Universe, who apparently, or Miss Universe or Britain or something 2022, and all these production companies have, like Love Island and all, have wanted her on the show. It's like, right, so you didn't even have to apply. Like, they've just plucked you and said, we want you in the show. So you're just filling a quota for something, right? But there was one girl that went in, and me and Nicole were like, she's not a girl, but she's 18. But she had no boobs or anything. Yeah. Like, she's not a girl, but she looks like a girl. She's a tall, broad girl.
Yeah.
And then it came out the next day that she had a chat with her. He's like, no, I'm actually a fella going through the change. Like, right, okay. So there's another tick box. I was wondering where that one was, because you fucking ticked every other box, right? But they've now started a race row 2 days in, right? And it's the most 2023 race row ever. Like, remember back in Big Brother where Nasty Nick tried to cheat by writing things down, and they had to sneak him out a back door, and he was public enemy #1 and getting death threats and all that shit for cheating.
Andrew Tate was on that as well. He was the same.
So there's this Scottish girl who's a bit of a loudmouth, right?
Yeah.
And she was giving off about this, that, and the other, and going me, 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 me. But there's a wee Chinese woman that's in it, and she's already said, I find it hard to understand everybody, so in large groups, I can't really get involved, but I try my best. And there was 2 English girls and this Chinese girl listening to the Scottish girl going, hi, fucking me, 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 me. And one of the English girls turned around and goes, I'm sorry, but I don't understand a word you said. And the Scottish girl went, fuck, well, if you don't understand what I say, what fucking hope has she got of understanding? They all laughed, and the wee Chinese woman went, I stopped understanding after you said hello. And everybody laughed about it, and then she left the room, right? And now everyone's calling for her head, because apparently that's racist. Implying that the Chinese woman didn't understand what she'd said. It's like, but white people and British people didn't understand what you fucking said, and they were all joking. Like, you read the room, it's not like she turned around and went, look at you daft cunt, you can't understand me. She's just been like, oh, well, fuck, if you can't, she's got no hope. They all laughed, and that was it. And now this has been made into a whole big fucking
the media and fucking people online making it into an issue when it's not really an issue.
Like,
see that quite a lot.
Like, how can you have, because it's a completely woke Big Brother.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you have such a woke house?
So I'm trying to find something here to show you.
Do you know when I really just decided to switch off, mate? They were sitting around the table after your girl had came out and says, I'm transitioning.
Yeah.
And the Scottish girl turned around and went, well, while we're on the topic, pronouns, what's everyone's pronouns? And they went round, every contestant, and they all went, he, him, she, her. And every single one of them just said she, him, or she, or him. It's like, so this whole thing that you just tried to do was completely pointless, because not one person said, I identify as them.
Yeah.
Right. So you've just done again a completely fucking woke bollocks thing. Now,
that's mad.
I am done. What's the fucking task gonna be? Sit on the circle on the floor, hold your hands together, and we'll say fucking mantras. The first person to stop mantraing is out. Oh wow! Fucking tune in next week to find out.
That's crazy, isn't it? But it is absolutely insane that is even brought into it. But you know it will, because as soon as it hits social media, Twitter starts going crazy. Like, whether it's the far right or the far left.
Yeah.
So the far right are probably going, oh, fucking bringing pronouns into it, how stupid's that? And the left are going, no, but you should be asking everyone their pronouns. And then there's people in the middle are just going like,
yeah,
fucking hell, why
would
does
you ever just shut the fuck up?
A culture war, for fuck's sake?
But I don't mean this in any disrespectful or hateful way to people, but for such a minor, small majority of the population, there's an awful lot of noise made, and there's a lot of people in the middle of that who genuinely do have issues with all this. Yeah. And they're getting credited out by all the ones who are doing it for attention and likes. Nicole said she'd seen some girl on TikTok the other day who said she'd transitioned. And Nicole's like, you look far too girly to have transitioned. There's no way unless you spent lots of money. And flicked through the whole thing. There wasn't one previous photo or no mention of this anywhere. And it turns out that this girl's just pretending to be trans to get likes. And you're like, that's where we're at now, because that's the current thing going on. People
but what do you mean pretending to be trans? As long as you identify as trans, you're trans.
She's pretending that she was a boy. And went through the whole procedure to become the girl who is now on TikTok. But none of that happened. She was born a girl. She is a girl. But she's saying she was a boy and has become a girl.
It's a load of shit, mate. That's why I told you, mate, it's not a hill I want to die on.
Oh, no, definitely
I don't care, mate. If you want me to call you a bitch, I'll call you a bitch. If you want me to call you anything else, I really don't care, mate.
But the whole point was, even when we watched it, we did not once think, oh, fuck, that was a bit racist. We laughed at it. We're like, here, fuck, that was really funny.
I know, I get you with that. Like, that's... Mate, the world's fucked up, mate. We see us here.
I'm more concerned about what it is. Oh, right.
Mate,
I just seen X.com.
Talking about stage dives. So let me give you...
Were we talking about stage dives?
No, we have in the past. So let's go back, share the screen. So, right. So, Legion of Skanks, probably one of my favourite podcasts, comedy podcasts. And they have a festival every year called Skankfest.
Right.
And they have this, they've done like a intern Olympics. and to bring people in to be interns on the show,
Right.
and they have to do all these stupid things. So one of the guys that won it was a guy, he's like half blind, and they call him Gay Blind Mike. That's what they call him.
Okay.
So at the end of Skankfest, it's 3 days of all comedy. They do like a thing called the Goddamn Comedy Jam, where all the comedians get up and sing like their favorite songs.
Yeah.
And they always stage dive and all. And Gay Blind Mike, we to see this for a stage dive, mate. So I bring it back to the start. So watch him out in the corner there.
That is brilliant.
Watch.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how all my stage dives have went. And I am not gay, blind, or called Mike.
Mate, that hurts like on top of chairs.
Oh, is there chairs there?
there's
Oh,
chairs.
shit. See, at least I got...
But whenever I seen it the other day, I thought of you right away. You've had one stage dive.
At least I saved it on the gravel. I realized my error mid-air. I was able to correct myself enough to get my feet
Tell you
down.
what, that's still one of the best photos ever, though.
Oh, fucking right, it was. That was a great old photo.
Oh, that's one of the best photos. It was just a fucking thing, screensaver for ages.
Yeah,
man.
I was
Such
like, that
a
was
cool.
it. It definitely beats your one.
100%, man.
Although
100%.
yours was a successful stage dive.
Every stage dive I've done's been successful, but I didn't get any good photos. Like,
Well, you got one.
the one the bat was already won that.
Yeah. What? So what about I'll fucking Rishi Sunak and his incredible mathematical solution to smoking? Have you seen this?
Aye.
What? Like, I get it. It's daft as fuck. But if you think about all the logical solutions to how you really ban smoking, that is. It's a pretty fucking clever, intuitive way of doing it.
What I don't know much about, but what I gather is people who are born now, they're not going to be smoking anyway, so it'll not really affect them. So, like, what they're saying is people who are...
Someone who's 14 now will never be able to smoke.
Yes. Aye.
So, for anybody that's not from the UK that's listening or watching this, the Prime Minister has decided that he wants to ban cigarettes and smoking altogether because it is wrong and bad for our health. So he knows that if you just went out and outright banned them, the country would revolt and be like, nah, mate, not happening. So he's come up with a mathematical solution that I think it's from 2027, anybody, or the legal age of consent to buy tobacco products will go up by a year every year forever until it gets to like 100, and then that's it, stop. But like the mad thing about that is you're gonna go into Tesco's at some point and someone's gonna say, have you any ID, mate? And you're sitting there fucking quaking. You're like trying to hold on to your Zimmer frame and get your fucking wallet out, and you're like, I forgot my fucking ID. And they're like, well, mate, I'm not giving you your fags. Like, I'm a fucking pensioner and you're not going to serve me fags.
See, that it's like this. All politicians do it. Fucking Boris Johnson done it. Net zero by 2050 or whatever. And then Rishi Sunak just reversed that. It's just to make you look like you're doing something when you're in power.
But at least his is a bit more attainable, and he doesn't have to do fuck all.
See the next thing. It wasn't never attainable at net zero by 2050.
Yes, but stopping smoking by increasing the age limit.
But you know what's going to happen?
Oh, somebody will overrule that.
Labour are going to come in next, and then he'll say, "Listen, I tried.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It makes zero difference. It's never going to last."
Could you imagine though if it did? And you see 30-year-olds hanging outside shops.
Trying to get
excuse me, mate, could you go and get me a packet of fags?
50-year-olds.
Some wee pensioner going to collect their
50.
Mate, what age are you? Oh, fuck, you're only 46. Nah, you're no good. I mean, you're no good. Fuck off.
Oh, fucking hell. It is genius, but daft at the same time. Like
that, but the one thing I'll give him credit for, it's an outside-of-the-box thought for a politician. Like, out of all the stupid shit the politicians come up with over the years, that is actually, you know, the way we've talked about lots, someone's given an idea, and it's a stupid idea, but this has been passed up the chain of command, so lots of other people have said this is a good idea, even though it's stupid as fuck. That's actually quite a good idea. I'll give him it. It's something that's completely different.
I would say he's
the
smartest Prime Minister and the most probably educated we've ever had, like.
But that doesn't mean nothing.
I know, but
you can have all the big smarts in the world, but if you don't got no street smarts...
I would say that's what he is. That's it. You're not fucking Winston Churchill, who was running about all sorts of mad wars in the south of fucking South America and all.
But he, well, it's the son of a pharmaceutical.
No, his wife.
No, his wife is, but his parents are some big mad pharmaceutical people as well. So he was obviously brought up within that there. But I know his wife's fucking richer than the royal family. I don't have to pay any tax in Britain.
I know.
Well done there. Though.
What else did she do? She claimed a big COVID grant as well.
Yep. For all her workers. He was like, here, love, would you see this? You just fucking stick your name in this paper.
But see, like, I get it. She didn't need to do it, but every company done it.
Oh, 100%.
The rule was there, so, like, you know what I mean? I do understand it, but people kick up a big fuss about it. It's the same as all this shit that's going on in Gaza, too. They're like, oh, you can't go in and bomb Gaza. I know, and then the other side's going, I know, but Usins come in and fucking kill 200 odd people at a music festival.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, you're never going to win this argument. Like, no matter what side you're on, why don't we just stop people dying first, and then we'll worry about that?
But that was the argument. Let's bring it a bit closer to home. How does that happen here, where people are fucking murdering each other for you live on a different side of the road than I do?
See, we grew up in the tail end of the Troubles. Like, we have a better perspective on what's happening there than the rest of the UK do.
It's because we trained them.
That
was something I didn't know, because I was raised as a very sheltered child. Like, I didn't know about paramilitaries. I didn't know about the Troubles. I didn't know about none of that until I sort of got into high school and people were talking about stuff. I had no idea what they were on about. But, like, the fact that there was IRA people trained the Taliban, you're like, that's bad. Like, we were proper guerrilla warfare people on this, regardless of what other side of the fence you sat on.
We were all took the fight the British Army.
Yeah, like they like fucking came up with things that are still being used today. Do you know what I mean? Not to praise it, but it's like it shows you the ingenuity here
that can happen.
We sang the praises of this country a few weeks ago on the show. There's another thing came out of guerrilla warfare.
Tell you what, we did invent some shit. Know what else we invented?
What?
Speaking of Belfast, did you see Kanye West?
No. Oh yes, he was wearing was wearing a school jumper from somewhere.
There's only 30 of them ever made.
What school was it?
St. Mary's. Kanye West, St. Mary's. So, like, what the fuck's going on?
Why did it pry? Why was only 30?
Because it was for like a cup final or something that the school was playing in, and Kanye West in America is spotted wearing this thing.
Right.
How does that happen?
It's Kanye.
I know.
Things happen.
He's maybe seen a picture of it online and went, no, fuck it, I'm going to get that made. Make me one identical to the app Balenciaga pedophiles. Whenever I seen it, I was like, it's mind-boggling.
Maybe Kanye West stole Alex's hoodie from Planet Love.
Well, he's going to be rocking about in a Lost Mines.
Couple of years' time, Alex will be like, that's my fucking hoodie.
Oh, there was only 5 of them.
There was. That's what he said.
Is it all?
No, because the ones that he had. Sorry, for anybody who doesn't know this story. Whenever we were going back in the car from Planet Love, and me and Nicole were with Alex, and he was raging because he lost his hoodie.
Alex Kidd.
Aye. It was one of the prototypes for the Lost Mine Festival, so it wasn't the actual one that went out, but it was one that he really liked. And to be fair, the colours on it was nice, like baby blue and pastel pink, sort of merged in like a liquidy kind of thing together. But that it looked class.
How the fuck did he lose it?
He's obviously took it off.
I'll lay it on the ground.
I'll just put yes. Something like that. No, he obviously got too warm whenever he's playing a set and needed to just take his jumper
no,
off.
I watched him play from the very start and he didn't have a fucking jacket on. Like,
I seen him arrive in it, like, so he definitely had one.
But no, well, we'll see Kanye West rocking about in it soon. That would be fucking hilarious.
I just realized we didn't check what time we started this. Oh, tell us.
I was listening to a podcast of Tim Pool. And
who's Tim Pool?
He's an American political commentator.
Okay.
He had Kanye on his show, and Kanye came in and he was like, "Oh, what's happening? Oh, no, dead nice." Mm-hmm. This is knowing the Jewish thing. He says Kanye came in, sat down, he was dead nice, and all. He's like, I don't really need to do your show. And he goes, I know, like, you're one of the biggest artists in the world. What would make you need to do a show? But I really appreciate you being here. He goes, mate, the only reason I'm here is I want to know how can I become president? I want your advice. And Tim Pool told him, like, ballot harvesting or something, and he wrote it down. He goes, right, dead on. They went live. Kanye started going into like, oh yeah, bah, no fucking going mental.
Right.
Got up and walked out. And then they were like, "What are you doing?" He just walked out, fucking after slobbering to him, and down the stairs, shook everyone's hands up the thing. Right, see you later. And they're all sitting there going, "What the fuck?" He had a jet sitting on the runway waiting on him, bounced on the jet in the way. And so Tim Pool was ringing about, "What the fuck's going on here?" He's like, "No, it was." Like Kanye, what Tim Pool takes on was, this is all, he's doing all this calculated.
Yeah.
He's calculated all this. Coming on his show's not going to do much for Kanye. There's going to be a couple of clips, blah, blah. But him getting up and walking out,
it's going to do a lot for Kanye.
Which it did. It made fucking like headline news all over the world. And he's like, so see everything you're seeing from him? Because now Adidas are saying he's not anti-Semitic, and it looks like they're going to start working with him again.
What I found funny about all that was the fact that Adidas were like, no, we can't have you on it. You're anti-Semitic, but we're going to sell the rest of the stock we have here. Like, you weren't anti-Semitic when you made these shoes.
Adidas, was Adidas not a German company and fucking Hitler?
Adi Dazzler had... before I accused the Adi Dazzler family of bad things, I believe that there was...
When the Nazis were floating about. The same with Lewis Hamilton was out complaining about fucking racism and all, and he's running about in Tommy Hilfiger.
Speaking about fucking Adidas, did you see their new Eco shoe?
No.
It's like £500 and you wear it once.
Right.
So it's like once and done, so it's not reusable material. It's not normal shoe material. It's meant to be class.
If it rains or something, does it?
But it's for runners and shit. So people who do marathons and all that there, instead of like being shoes made for marathon running, and they still wear it once.
How the fuck is that Eco? Oh, they only wear them once.
It's like football boots. You know what I mean? Football players don't wear the same boots the whole season.
But
they get new boots every couple of matches.
They don't, mate. Sure, they have boot boys clean them.
David
Beckham was shown. He's like, I've wore these all season. They're good luck in that documentary.
When I went to United for my trials and we were taken in, we spoke to the guy and he's like, yeah, David Beckham had to have, his boots were specially made. And whenever you get boots or anything, any shoes, it's flat and you have to then wear your foot groove into it.
I would assume all
he
footballers
had his feet like glued casted so that all his boots already had the wears into it.
Google
but
that.
He got new boots. He got new boots every 5 matches.
Well, see, in his thing in that documentary, he was talking about how he wore them. There's good luck boots.
But you can have good luck boots and still fucking.
Yeah, footballers are superstitious as fuck. That's such a waste to change your boots. The same everyone says, they only wear the same t-shirt one match. Unless they give it away, they go in the king or re-washed and pulled out again.
The football shirts?
Yeah.
They only, sure they get pulled and all that there. They get them every couple of matches they get a new kit.
Maybe every couple of matches.
And then all the jerseys and shit are forked out for charity auctions and all that shit. Where is this? I'm near enough certain that Adi Dazzler had something to do with the Nazis.
Either way, mate, fuck them.
What was it? What were we arguing about there? Sorry.
Footballers change boots every game. I don't think there's no way it's that often. Like,
unless it's one of the sponsors, or like
they would probably send them as often as they want. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to give you a clear answer, is it?
They get several pairs from manufacturers throughout the seasons, especially the pros with shoe contracts, but they don't wear a new pair every match. They can, but a lot don't until the other pair's pretty used up.
There you go.
So but they are in
several pairs a season.
Yeah.
So what's that? 3?
It depends what you call several.
Several's 3, isn't that?
It's anything more than 2.
Several 3. There you go. I knew that, mate. There's no way. That's such a waste of material. But back to runners.
It's such a waste of material, such a waste of money paying them dicks millions of pounds to kick a fucking ball.
and
then give them free shit. Buy your own fucking boots.
I know, mate, the people who don't need free boots.
That's why they have so much fucking money, because whenever you have that level of fame, everything's given to you.
Saying about Pogba, he's getting paid 42 grand a week from now. He's been getting paid 42,000 a week of his contract because he's done.
No.
So he's instead of his full contract at Juventus, he's now getting paid 42 grand or 42,000 euros, and everyone's like, "How's he going to live off that?" And you're like, "Well, fucking 42 grand a week, still a lot of fucking dough." Like, but also He's a multi-millionaire
Yeah, and he
anyway.
has all his sponsorship deals and all
I
that.
know they'll all be void from the thing. Like,
Aye, but I'm sure he has social media sponsorship deals because
Yeah.
he's got so many followers. You know what I mean? It's like
That's
the
him
same way
fucked, like.
Ronaldo. Like, what is it? How much does he get paid for every time
I
he
don't
posts
know.
on
I know
Instagram?
Messi gets like 10 mil or something.
Like
to
that's
post
what I
one
mean.
fucking thing.
He doesn't need money. Like you can just post one picture and that's you sorted for the year.
It's scary, isn't it? It is scary money. Like.
Mental, mate. Do you get all that 10 million?
I'm sure.
That obviously
it's
filters down to your
20%
fucking
to your
security
management,
and management and all that there shit.
Did you ever see Messi's security guard
On the American
run
thing,
up and down
aye.
the pitch? And all,
When he goes to take corners and all, he's like standing there.
What a fucking job!
The American League is just.
We've already went through this. I think we should look at this.
Oh no, I don't mean the American League. I don't watch the American League. Our argument that we had on the way home the other day. As I said to you, I'm not informed enough on either league to really make a cohesive argument on it. But I watched a few clips of the American League the other day, and all I can say is it's like WWE commentary on football. It's like, do you know them stupid videos
I get what you mean,
where the dub shit over other things? It's like someone's took the wrestling's commentary and put, oh my god, it's a fucking corner! He headed the ball! Headed the ball!
What is it? Portland something where every time they score, your man cuts a tree, but a tree trunk. He has a chainsaw on the crowd, and every time Portland score, he cuts like a part of the bark or the trunk of the tree, and holds it up like that there, and then like if a player gets a hat trick, they take it and all. Fuck off! It is WWE-esque.
I like the videos that you see whenever it's like American football chants compared to British football chants.
I believe that we will win
soccer. Let's go, and we're like, fuck you and your family and everyone else. Let's go and eat sausage rolls. Sausage rolls.
That's what they're saying. They go like, I believe that we will win, and then it's John Terry booked your mind again, John Terry. You're like, what the fuck's going on?
Do you see the video of the fans? I don't know what match it was at. I just flicked through it. And they're going fucking mental. But you know when you see at the barrier where the two dividing fans are, and they're really getting nasty and giving the fingers and shouting, fuck you, you wanker, and all this here. And everyone's like, oh, what are they getting angry at? And as the camera starts panning then round to the fans they're getting angry at, there's no one being abusive. It's just all people sitting there. And it turns around and there's this like fucking 8-year-old just sitting there going. And like these 30, 40 like old men, you can't. And this wee kid just going.
You want to smile? You want this Chelsea smile?
Everybody else is just sitting there calm, just watching the match. This wee kid just going.
Man, what about the Arsenal?
What about them, Michelle?
Fucking hell. We'll see. We were joking about it the other day, but we'll see Spurs win the league.
Nope, I've said this all year. I want them to win the league.
As an Arsenal fan, I would hate it, but it would be funny. It would be funny as fuck. And Bayern Munich to finish second or something.
Yep. And Harry wins nothing.
Never, ever.
I've nothing against the guy at all, but I think that he should have stayed in the Premier League. And went
to Man United and finished 10th.
No, I don't even think that he should have went to United, but I think he should have stayed to smash the goal scoring record instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna go for the easy win here and go to the German league and win a title with Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I know. It would be amazing if it happened. Like, it would be the biggest story in world football. Like,
bigger than Leicester win the league.
Tottenham win the league, 100%.
Definitely not.
Oh, boy, Tottenham.
Leicester winning the league is far more of a fairy tale story than Spurs winning the league.
It's not, man. Spurs winning the league's way more fairy tale. That means they don't do a Spurs.
What?
It means they won't do what Spurs do.
I know, but
which is Spursy.
It was Leicester. So Spurs have been in the Premier League for the whole time. Leicester weren't.
Nah, mate, it would definitely be the biggest shock ever. Like,
you're just not happen. You're an Arsenal man.
We'll win it. Like, if City don't win it, we'll win it.
I was like City coming all the way from the third division and getting bought, and then being like, "Oh, we won the treble."
What about Newcastle spanking PSG?
4-1.
4-1. What the fuck did that come from?
Saudis. That's where it came from. You want to keep getting paid? You keep scoring goals. Okay, masters.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll fucking send you this thing. Yeah. Speaking of going to Wales, which I'm pretty excited about. I mean, we always have a laugh with the Welsh lads. But, yeah, so This is Tom Jones impersonator or Tom Jones tribute act.
Right.
Go into the thing there. Right, so this is a Tom Jones impersonator, and someone hacked the screen behind him. So let's go.
I can already see what the video is. That's bad there. For any audio listeners, the screen's been hacked. They just have a farmer who's shagging a sheep.
Behind him. That's amazing.
That is awesome.
That's probably
We should get that for our gig in Wales.
Behind the screen.
Yeah. Do you remember our?
That's so funny. Like, so he is actually banging away at the sheep. How's Facebook still letting that up?
Why?
Because I seen it 2 days ago.
Educational? Who knows?
If you're from Wales, pal.
Do you remember our first trip to Wales? First thing I said to Eddie T when we got in the car. Hello, yes, how's it going? So where's all them sheep? He's like, the fuck? It's like, we're not in Wales yet. I was like, all right, okay. As soon as we get over the border, sheep. It's like, yeah.
The dude, the play on it. Same with Logic too, with the festival, they have the sheep as the mascot and all.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. You have to have a laugh about it. That's what you're famous for. It's the same way we all are famous for blowing each other up and drinking. Yeah.
That's all you ever get asked.
Yeah. Have you ever been blown up? No. Did I get a drink? Yep. Okay.
No. No one know for me.
I know, you would think with you living in the Shankley, you would have seen a few bits of shrapnel.
I've not seen no shrapnel. I've seen gunshots and shit. Like, for fuck's sake. Seen people get shot. Seen a guy in Glenmore get shot in the groin.
Walking past, or were you involved?
No, they were all ratting, and one of the other side on the barrier shot through the barrier and fucking hit him in the groin.
Bollocks.
Peeler saved his life. Like, fucking Peeler came down, stuck it on. I was like fucking 12, going, what the fuck?
Holy shit. But again, that's a thing. I think we may have touched on this very, very, very early in the podcast, but a lot of people from here think, oh fuck, bomb scars and all that there, and like, no, we just see that as an inconvenience to work. It's like, oh, I'm going to be late for this, or oh, for fuck's sake, there's the traffic stop. But like, whenever there is a rat, it's not like, oh fuck, they're ratting. It's like, here, do you want to go down and stand at a safe distance and watch everyone kick the cunt out of each other?
It's just a complete inconvenience to people, which is fucking insane when you think about it. There is potentially a bomb at the bottom of the street,
but we all know better.
But we're all trying to walk past it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to go the long way. No, mate, you don't understand. I don't have to go the long way. We all know that that's probably not a bomb. And if it is, I'm willing to take my chances here.
It's probably just a couple of batteries wrapped up in a bag with a few wires hanging out of it.
There's a fella that I used to work with in Play.com who in Play.com?
Play.com?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What do you think it is?
A sex website.
It's not, but it's so good you said that. There was a girl we used to work with called Leanne, and whenever she went for her interview, she didn't know what Play.com was because she told us this, and they asked her, so do you know what the job is? She goes, sexy phone calls? I was like, so you applied for a job thinking it was sexy phone calls? Like, I just needed money. I was like, right, so what Play.com was like ancient Amazon. Before Amazon blew up, there was lots of different online shops. Yeah. Play.com was a pretty big fucking thing in the market. So, but we just helped process where we didn't take orders or fuck all. It was more like if there was something wrong with your order, you would phone up, we would replace it or arrange the replacement and all that shit. But a fella I used to work with, Paul, he said he left his laptop on the bus in his bag, but the charger was hanging out. Now this was going back when it was the troubles. Paul would have been older than me. And it wasn't a laptop, whatever it was, he had some sort of device in his bag that had charger cables and stuff, and he left his bag on the bus as he got off. Yeah. Forgot about it. Excuse me. Went home and realised, oh shit, I left my bag in the bus. Phone Translink, and they were like, yeah, we blew that up. Like, what? So he'd obviously got off the bus during the troubles. Someone had seen a man leaving a bus with a bag left on it with wires hanging out of it. And so whatever would have happened, his charger cable was hanging out, and they took it. Bye bye. That's it. They have the wee robots that go up and they self detonate it. Yep. I actually showed that. They have one of them in the suicide robot. They have one of them in the museum now.
I seen them up there.
I was fun explaining that to Ruby. Say, what's that? I was like, so see, a few years ago, we all used to blow each other up, and this is what they used to stop people getting blown up to check things.
I know, and they did. Them wee things did go in some suicide missions where it was an actual bomb.
Yeah,
like, boom. Great idea. Did you ever see? Remember they used to have all the metal
the
gear,
big fucking
green,
suit.
the big green suit. I think they have them up there now too in the wing, don't they?
Yeah.
And they used to crawl along the ground trying to defuse them.
It's mad
like
to
fucking
think
Afghanistan.
You thought we're okay. We're this
I know
10 times strength bulletproof vest to stop the Semtex blowing you up.
It's fucking crazy. And what was it? One of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse people were on the fucking side of it. Was it Goofy or someone that had on the side of it?
On the robots?
No, on the actual the bomb squad lorries that come out.
I have no idea.
Google that there. Bomb Squad Belfast Disney character or something. I might be thinking of something else, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Like it wasn't Daffy Duck. It was like fucking Goofy or someone.
There's the Bomb Squad vehicle there.
There. What's that there?
That's the new ones.
Is that the new one? But what's that on the side? Is it
A big white line?
I will zoom in.
Oh,
I'm right.
It's a wee dog. It's not a Disney character.
It looks like.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
It does look Disney-esque.
Yes, no. From afar, I was like, "Is that Pluto or like Donald Duck or something?"
Go in so we can share it. So this is.
Stop pushing the button.
If there was a bomb, this is what they came and sorted it out with, and I don't know why I thought it was a Disney character, but I can see now why I did on it.
Yeah, whenever I was zoomed out there, I was like, "Is this like some sort of green Daffy Duck that they've had to stop copyright or whatever?" But yeah, whenever you zoom in, it's like,
I imagine Disney would have an issue with you fucking putting Daffy Duck on the fucking Bomb Squad.
Just a slight issue with that, you know.
Either would be absolute knobheads. Why I keep getting hi there. We apologize for reaching out this way, but we want to contact you with some sponsorship. But the same people keep saying it to Dice and Phase 2.
I seen that we got one saying
sunglasses.
No, for ballerina gear. You're like, how have you looked at our profile? Because I know they're bots, but seriously, how have you looked at us and went, you know what, them boys need ballerina gear? Could you imagine me prancing about in a fucking tutu?
We should do that. We're at Halloween. No, we should dress up. You dress up as Joe Biden. I'll dress up as Trump.
Oh, we're going to dress up for Halloween now?
As well. Here, in here for the podcast. We'll have a Trump Biden debate.
I just stick my big one finger fucking mask on. I have come up with my funny costume for this year. I can't tell you what it is though, because that would spoil the fun.
That's it.
But do you ever? Oh no, don't even matter. You'll find out.
I say nothing.
Do you want to dress up for Halloween? I think we should. I enjoy dressing up.
Dress up for the show.
Fuck a show, do it for the gig.
No fucking sure. Not carrying an extra thing with me on the plane.
It would be a mask.
I know. Nah.
Dress up as ballerinas and just have tutus. Did you enjoy that wee hoop? Did you? See you following that? You're like, shit, that was good.
That was a perfect circle.
I keep thinking because the light is catching the corner of my eye that there's just a constant hoop over here, but I know there's not. It's just the fucking light.
It's my Ringo.
Your Ringo always gives me a fucking twinkle in my eye.
No, I'm not dressing up in for the gig. Look, sorry for bursting your bubble. Right, I have a question for you. Right. 2 countries in the world that you can't buy Coca-Cola in.
North Korea.
Bingo.
And Somalia.
No. It's an island. South America direction.
Cuba?
Bingo. Not bad. North Korea was the obvious one, but the Cuban one, whenever I was doing it, I couldn't get Cuba either. I was like,
Are Cuba not friendly though with America now?
No, don't think so.
Do you not think...
Do you not see it? It's actually insane. No, is it Raymond out of the group chat?
Yes, yeah.
He went to Cuba. Obviously he's full socialist, fucking loves all that. He went and he was putting pictures up. But see in Cuba, see all the cars there?
Yeah.
They're from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So they can't import anything new. So all these cars are from 40 years ago or whatever, maybe 30, whatever it is.
That's what I've heard though. It's just sort of time stopped for a little bit. It's up to a certain point.
These cars are driving about, but they're brand new because they've built the system up now. They can make all the parts on the island. So, like, if your fuel filter goes, they
Yeah.
can. Do you know what I mean? They've got a way economy going around these old cars.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like,
Repurposing old parts.
like the people have went, right, so we can't get this in, right? So how do we make a spark plug for a 1967 Ford Dodger? Let's work it out. And they've had to work it out because if not, the cars don't go.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. Like,
That is fair fucks to them.
that's a fucking harsh wee place. Like,
Do you not think Coke tastes nicer from McDonald's than it does anywhere else?
because of the water, isn't it? The sparkled water.
The sparkly water.
It is whatever carbonized water.
No, what it is McDonald's have a special deal with Coca-Cola.
Oh, I remember you telling me this before.
They
actually,
get the syrup sent to them directly, so McDonald's make their own version.
But see, in fairness, I just like it out of a pump. Full stop. See if it's coming out of the pump. I prefer it all cross board. Like,
yeah.
So, like, see
I
if I
agree with you.
I mean?
Like if you give me an option of a tin, a bottle, or a glass from the pump, I would take the glass from the pump. Yeah,
the pump 100%. And then,
what do you like better, though, Pepsi or Coke?
Again, Coke, yes, 100%. But there is sometimes where I go places like TGI or something, and they're like, I say, can I have a Coke? And they're like, we only sell Pepsi, and I'm like,
yeah,
fuck you. But then you get it, and you're like, it's actually not bad.
No,
refills, no shit.
I would take Pepsi over Coke. Like,
yeah,
it's less sugary.
Heather would as well.
I seen a comedian. I can't remember who it is, but they do a good bit about that. There, it's like Coke and Pepsi went to war. They spent billions of dollars in advertising to do one each other over. And what it boils down to is when you go to somewhere and you go, "Can I have a Coke?" And when you got Pepsi, that'll do.
I'm pretty sure. Do you know what kept Pepsi alive? Was the win into the Soviet Union first,
right?
Or else Coke would have hammered them,
right?
And then I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You can fact check me here. Along those lines. Like,
speaking of something coming from the Soviet Union, I watched a movie.
Hold on, can I just say one more thing?
Yes.
See, fucking these cunts that do these taste tests between Coke and Pepsi and all.
Yeah,
fuck off.
I tell you what,
I could tell you off the bat easily. There's a massive difference. Like,
oh, sorry, I thought you were going to argue that there's no difference.
No,
there is
a
massive difference.
See the people that are getting them wrong, and even like, see if you put down Tesco's cola, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and fucking I don't know whatever else you want to put in there.
Tell.
There's no if you can't. Maybe if you're just a water drinker. But if you've any experience of drinking Coke,
if you're just a water drinker, what type of way is that? They could fucking.
If you're healthy,
anybody. if you're look at you big dirty water drinker.
If you're such a boring bastard and just drink pints of water all day, you fucking lurch. You cunt. But no, like,
you can
if you're a scumbag like us who lived on fucking council Coke,
yep. me and lemonade, mate. I still get the me and lemonade now. I do.
He lives around the corner from me. Orangefield Drive, a guy does all around there.
Does he?
Me and
I see there's two fellas. I started a turf war.
Like, see, every day I drive past, hundreds of bottles, like early in the morning, hundreds of bottles just sitting in his fucking good driveway.
Oh, why?
And I used to love the lime, was it?
Cloudy lime. Yep. Whenever we started getting it,
they were good for making petrol bombs. Then
did I not tell you how I started turf wars in my street about the main man?
No.
Right. So the guy, yes, who you said lives around the corner from me, he does the area. So I went out because he kept coming on a Tuesday night, and then I was like, I'd fucking love some main lemonade. It'd be great. So I went out.
You can get them in bottles and shops and all, like plastic bottles.
So I went out there and was like, right, how do I get this? Can I just get some off you? And he goes, right, you have to go online and say that you want to sign up, and then I can come out to your door.
That's madness. But back in the day, you just pulled them in the street and says, here, can I
jump onto your fucking list here? And that was it. So I went online, signed up. That was that, and was like, right, sweet, he's going to come out next Tuesday and say, what do you want? And I got a knock on the door on Thursday. I was like, man, who the fuck are you? You're not the guy that I was speaking to. And he goes, oh, did you not sign up online? I think I did, and he goes, well, I'm here to give you juice. I was like, fuck, sweet, okay, dead on. Got my juice off him. Guy's lovely. Had a bit of chat with him and all. Fucking nice guy. And off he went.
I know what's coming, like.
And but this I'd be getting it. I would say I've been getting it off him now for a year, but maybe about a long enough time had passed. Maybe say 4 or 5 months from my initial question to main man number one.
Yeah.
But like I was getting main juice a week after that, so for 5 months I was getting juice, and this guy never bothered once saying anything. And one day we were sitting eating dinner, and the next thing there's a big fucking on the door. I was like, who the fuck's that this time? Open the door, and he's like, all right, mate, Are you, were you not looking me in juice? I was like, aye. He goes, well, do you want some? I was like, well, the guy comes and does it for me on a Thursday. He's like, what guy? I was like, oh shit. I was like,
Give me his fucking name.
I don't know his name, mate. He just drops off my arm. Like, no fucking tight, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, right, fine. And off he went. And see, anytime I see him now, he just gives me the fucking dirtiest looks. I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I done what you told me to do. And now I'm in this weird sort of main love triangle in my street. And I'm the only person that he delivers to in my street as well, which is even better.
So your man's probably doing 3 or 4 calls in your street.
And this guy comes out just on a Thursday, just for me.
Well, that's his own fault. At the end of the day, he should have took your details or something. I don't know what he should have done, but
the best part is,
it is mad that it's all online now. That's so alien to me.
The guy who delivers to me, there's new people who've moved in on the other side of either side of my house, and they called him. They're like, "Oh, what's this you're doing?" And he explained that it's the main lemonade guy. And they're like, "Oh, right, okay." And he goes, "Here, there's my card. I'll be back out next Thursday. You have a look and see what you want, and I'll sort you out." And he's now started fucking poaching more people. It's like, oh, you naughty boy.
So I wonder what way it works. Are you like a franchise? Do you franchise that off them?
I would imagine you're a distributor.
So like you're self-employed, probably.
It's probably like doing parcels. You get paid per bottle.
Because I always wondered that there, because like it's obviously died off now. It's actually surprising that it's lasted so long, because it was very popular back like in the early 2000s, late 90s, like. Yeah. But it did, and see in my house, it was always like my man and dad never drank it, but it was always like us would have says. It was never like a regular every week thing. It was if he was around, we had to say, "Yo, can we get them?" I don't know. You'd have got the glass bottles, probably that size. Yeah. You got them for back then. It was like 40p or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then he would always say, "Oh, I just leave them at the front door. I'll grab them next week." Oh, I know they were well smashed somewhere. Like
that's another reason why I got it, because like they're
blast from the pot.
They're 125 a bottle, or you get 5 for a $5. But I'll buy 5 bottles of them. And that does us the week. But if you go out,
pull it up.
If you go out and buy a bottle of fucking Coke,
and lemonade,
it's like $2.50. Do you know what I mean?
It is.
And like a bottle of Coke, you last you 2 days. So for 2 bottles of Coke, you're getting 5 bottles of different juice.
It's 1.75 now too. So it's not even a 2 liter of Coke. It's the same size as a 2 liter, but it's only a 1.75 because of the sugar tax. So the way how they got around the sugar tax was instead of, so when the sugar tax came in the UK, you could have bought 2 liters. See, in Iceland, you could have bought 3 liters and all at one stage. You can't do that now.
Do you know what I found out? Because I get myself to be occasional McDonald's breakfast.
There we go. There's the main lemonade, and
they are fucking beautiful.
I've got a couple of the lime ones in shops and stuff. Yeah. There's the wee vans.
Yep, they come out in the wee van. They show up with all the crates on the back, and you just go.
Is that only a Northern Ireland thing?
I think so.
That's class.
But
we bit of Northern Irish history
here. What was I going to say either?
I don't know. It's your fucking brain.
I know, but you were talking about something. I've lost my trail of thought because you were like, "Go and pull that picture up." What were you saying?
I can't remember it, but we'll wrap her up anyway. It's been a good show of work to get on with.
Yes.
So thanks for listening, everyone, and
as always, go over to the phase2.co.uk, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, all that.
D1C. Like this show, and go and download it on Spotify. Go and download it on iTunes, wherever it is you listen. Deezer, it's everywhere. If you just want to listen to it, please watch it on YouTube. If you're listening to us on Spotify and on iTunes and everywhere,
keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Tell your friends.
Like it, share it, please, and we really appreciate it. And yeah, Dice as well. Dice.co.uk.
D1CE.co.uk.
Yeah. So
until next week, guys.
Peace.
Laters.
Phase 2.